Never have I had any major medical issues. No family history of neurological disorders. So this was all just, where did this come from? And what are we going to do? How are we going to deal with this? My name is Justin Upchurch, and I've been living with ALS for 3.5 years. In 2019, I started noticing some twitching in my bicep, and I thought, that's odd. The twitching had progressed into, my legs started twitching, my chest, and so my wife encouraged me to go to a neurologist.
Justin first came to see me probably back in 2021, and he came to me because he had twitching of his muscles, but also progressive weakness and loss of that muscle. As with every patient, things progress. And so the weakness in one of his arms becomes weakness in the other arm, becomes weakness in his legs. Everybody's got their own version of this disease.
I did an MRI, and then on December 3rd of 2020, I was 39 years old. He gave me the news with the diagnosis of ALS. Walked out to the parking lot. As soon as I got into the car and looked at my wife, we both just started crying. I didn't even have to tell her that it was ALS, like she just knew. I said, I'm gonna have bad days, I know. I'm going to be sad, I'm going to be mad. And I said, but my promise to you guys is that I'm not going to allow myself to stay in those states of mind.
Over the years, we've done everything we can to keep him as independent as possible for as long as possible, which is the way we approach patients. We don't have a cure for this disease, but we can make their life better.
It's so much information being, right away trying to understand what this disease is and, how it affects you, how it affects your family. My body has changed so much. I'm in bed, and once I'm in bed, I can't turn over myself. Sometimes in the middle of the night, I think, I'm just going to flip over on my left, and I can't.
Everybody's got their own version of this disease. I mean, in the 1,000 patients that you might see 1,000 different presentations and 1,000 different ways that patients might progress. This is a disease that affects a whole community. Everybody, you, me, everybody is at risk for this disease.
There are still, quite frankly, a lot of people, when I tell them I have ALS, they give me a quizzical look. They don't understand what ALS is. In the midst of a disease that is relentless and cruel, try to cling on to hope.
I see hope. I see that we're making progress scientifically, we're making progress clinically, but making this into, instead of a terminal disease, a disease that we can manage over long periods of time and let people live long lives, that's what I'm really hoping for right now.
I remember just trying to wrap my brain around the words that I had just heard. This is a life-altering diagnosis. There is no cure, but there's still life to live, and there's still hope to hold on to. Life is good, life is beautiful, and it's worth living and to continue to pursue for as long as you possibly can.